Hi, welcome to the K Show. Today we are at the Little Rock BikeFit, which is at the same place as Apple Physio near Old Klang Road. We are going to transform the road bike into a tri position, and we're going to learn a little bit more about what is the philosophy of bike fitting itself with the owner, Chuah. And let's go.
So I'm a bike fitter. I've been doing this for 4.5 years, since 2014. So my background was in engineering. I was in construction for 5 years. Then sort of like, I like the technical part of it, but I got bored of it. So I came out, I like bikes. I was working with bikes 2 years before I resigned. So I ended up, I was servicing bikes from my home for a while. Yeah, then when people start to come in and say that, you know, like I have pains here and there, yeah, I'm saying that no, it's like sport's supposed to be natural. So it's like the body's supposed to function in a normal way, so you get healthier, not like destroy your body just to be faster or stronger. So the no pain, no gain, yes, it's on the muscles, your muscles get tired, yes, but not on the joints, not on the ligaments. So that's when I started to look into bike fitting. Yeah, so 2014, I officially went to Taiwan for my first certificate. Yeah, then since then, I've been full-time doing this. It's like a freelance, but full-time. Okay, bike fitting is like this. People sometimes misunderstood that bike fitting is like, it's like putting yourself in a certain position that makes you go faster. Actually, it's not. Bike fitting is more about, everybody has a natural movement that the body is capable of performing. So that is, I call it the natural neutral point. So that is the most efficient point. So bike fitting is supposed to find that natural point and make the bike fit the person. So basically, if you look at a triangle, like the posture, the triangle on the upper body and the legs straight down. So that triangle is basically, everybody's triangle is different. But if you look at the neutral point, it's the same. It's just a balancing point. So once you can find a balancing point, the handlebar and the saddle is just there to match the triangle, to make the triangle stable. So once the triangle is stable, your body is basically, you can relax in the same place, in the same posture, or you can go hard on the same posture. Yeah, so there's no like, personally, when people come in and say that, you know, they want like a aero position or endurance position, I'll say no. I'll base on what you are today. So today, if you're a weekend rider, every week you cycle twice, and the longest you go is 40 km. I'll base on your leg strength today of 40 km per ride. Yeah. So if you're 80 km, your body definitely tell me how much you can ride. I used to start off with measuring angles just like everybody else. This is what's been taught all around the world. So I've been to 3 different courses, and this is what the majority, like the 3 that I went to did that lah. So I found out like even when after my first course, I went through a time and, you know, like I started testing on my friends. I find that, angles doesn't work. It only measures the bone angles, but it doesn't say anything about the muscle tension. So when I started to look into muscle tension, there's no way to measure muscle tension. So it's the only way is to use my eyes. So a lot of people will be wondering like, hey, why Chuah doesn't do anything, like doesn't measure, he just puts the saddle forward, backward. But actually, yeah, because I'm observing you as a cyclist, you get fitted, so I base on you. So I don't base on certain statistics out there. Because cycling, right, is about motion again. So if you're a brand new cyclist, zero experience, you've never touched a bike before, or you've been stopped for like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and you never touched a road bike before, I would suggest that, you know, just relearn cycling. Basically get a cheap second-hand bike, or borrow from a friend, go out for a few weekends, go for 4 or 5 rides. You don't really care about, it's like as long as the size is almost okay, you can cycle, it's fine. Just to practice yourself, the gearing, the brakes. Okay, after like 4 or 5 rides, that's when you can do the bike fitting. Yeah, so you can do the bike fitting. From there, you can go get a bike. The bike sizing and the bike type, the bike geometry, is designed for a wide range of cyclists. When I say wide range, it's not saying that, oh, you're good or you're a strong cyclist or a weak cyclist. It's more like there's so many different body length ratios, there's so many different like muscle tension, muscle flexibility. So different brands have different design criteria. So certain brands might suit you, certain brands might not. Yeah, so without you having a base movement, your basic body motion run in for a few rides, it's very vague. You can come to my shop, zero experience, I'll suggest you something, but I'll let you know, it's like a disclaimer. Based on this suggestion, get a second-hand bike first. Because 6 months or maybe even 3 months down the road, it might be a totally different story. I'll give you two scenarios. So one is zero experience. So let's say you introduce your friend to come to me. Then you say, hey, my friend just want to start. I'll let your friend hop onto the fit bike here, the simulator. So I'll set up a geometry which is like suitable for him right now. So I'll let him cycle. I'll let him know, okay, so after I check where his neutral point is, his natural point is, but the natural point won't be accurate compared to when he gets stronger. It's only accurate for now. I'll let him know that, okay, this is the geometry that you want to look for. These are the stack numbers, the reach numbers you want to look for. So from here, you go buy a bike, second hand. Let's say if it's off by 10 mm, yeah, it's fine. You get a bit used to it, do short rides like 10 km or 5 km. I'll try to make it match you. Then, when you go out and cycle again, after like 2 or 3 months, if they don't feel any pain, any numbness, it feels normal, it feels very good. That's the stable geometry, that the dimensions, the fit dimensions that he or she can use to buy the expensive bike. The reverse is this. After 2 or 3 months, it started to feel good at first, but end up, it's like, oh, this bike feels very weird after 3 months. This means that with the improvement in leg strength, it changes the natural neutral point position. So the posture changed. Yeah. But usually this change is very minimal. I'm putting this disclaimer as this, because if let's say 100 customers come in here, maybe I can say that 90 customers, the first recommendation will be okay. The other 10 might be just like partially one size, they might go one size bigger, or they might go one size smaller. Yes, so I put out a disclaimer just so that it's fair for everybody. It's just preference. So the two differences is this. Road bike is good in handling, okay? It sacrifices speed for stability. If you enjoy like group rides, everybody like go out for long rides, have lunch or have tea, road bike is the way. If you're saying that, okay, I just want to hit good targets, okay, I train by myself, or even when I train with my friends, we don't really stay with each other. It's like we just do our own thing, we go at our own speed, okay, we just go on our own training zones, then tri-bike is good. The difference is, because tri-bike sacrifices stability or speed, most people end up starting with a road bike, but they won't sacrifice that road bike and just sell it off and buy a tri-bike. When you train on a road bike, the way the body functions is different from the way the body functions on a tri-bike. So you still have to train on both consistently, yeah, so that you cannot be like, oh, it's like next month is my tri season, then I'll be like, I'll just ride my road bike and I'll wait till the last month and then use my tri-bike. No, it's like, I don't recommend that. So at least intermittently you go on your tri-bike just to get the muscle memory going. Bike fitting is all about stability. I used to say comfort, but these days no. I'll emphasize on being natural and being stable. The whole bike fitting process is just about these two things, stability and natural. For my case, I'll start off with the foot. The foot is the first contact point between you and the bike. So it's where you power down. So some people, like common people, it's like they have foot tilt. It means the base of the foot tilts in a certain direction, it's like outwards or inwards. And some people will have leg length difference. If you compare like the whole human population, it's considered small percentage. And it's not a problem actually, it's just the body anatomy is naturally like that. The bone structure is not as square, as we want to be. They need like a lot of leg length difference compensation to make the pedals, like the reach to the pedals the same. Some people just need minor ones. Yeah, some people have tilt in one foot but not the other. Yeah, things like that. And some people have like a V knees. So when they pedal like this. And people say that, oh no, you should train yourself to move your knees in. But that doesn't happen. Once you force yourself to think of a certain movement, after like maybe 2 minutes, you start to go back out. The reason is this: the joint angle for everybody has a natural range of motion. So once you start to force yourself to move in a range that is not natural for that joint, naturally it will move back out by itself. And of course, you can go through physio, go through like rehab to correct those like certain muscle issues. But from my point of view as a bike fitter, right, solely as a bike fitter, if a customer comes in today, he say that, oh, I want to enjoy cycling. I couldn't be prescribing them like a 3 months, like a sports, like a rehab program, and they might give up cycling even before they finish that program. Yeah. So usually what I'll do is, if there's a certain case which is very serious, like it's like previous old injury that's been lingering around, I'll let them know exactly what's the cause, and I'll say, okay, I'll compensate you on the bike temporary or on the shoes temporary with the compensation kits, but you still have to seek help from rehab. And of course, this is a bit tricky, this is a bit weird, but the compensation kits, okay, certain customers after 1 or 2 years, when they cycle more and more and more, the body actually evolves, and it's like they used to feel comfortable with the compensation kits. Naturally, they feel not uncomfortable later. Yeah. And then I'll remove them and it's like, oh yeah, it's good. Okay. Yeah, so it's like somehow the body will heal itself. Spinning classes is different from road. So usually it's like they say that they go spinning classes, but then I say no. It has to be on the road, your actual riding. Okay. Yeah. So spinning races, they go like 110%, and then it's like drop down to 60, 70. So it's like you're always in anti-gear spinning high. So
you don't feel that the solid gear.
Yeah. So end up you'll be slipping, then you have a lot of pressure on the groin. Then your blood clot, like the veins are stuck. You don't look at UCI races lah. You look at normal people. It's like it's the power output should be consistent. Yeah. So it's consistent. So your endurance, your natural endurance pace can drag the furthest mark. So you're fast across the whole distance. You're not just fast for the few spots. Yeah. So spinning classes helps you to train up your stamina. And it's like a jolt to your whole body to make it stronger. Yeah. So during the process, it won't be natural, because that's not how you cycle on the road. Cycling in the studio and cycling on the road, it's like bike fitting. I always emphasize on being on the road. It's consistent pace. Yeah, right. Because different leg strength affects your posture. So if you notice in spinning classes, they go like extremely light, and extremely fast cadence, and suddenly you just drop down to heavy gear and slow cadence. So that change in the leg strength output affects how your body posture is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that's the same reason you see when people go out for cycling, when they switch places, like in a drafting mode. So when they're at the front, they are very comfortable. They are pushing very hard, but they don't feel tired. They don't feel. But once they go to the back, when they have like drafting advantage, they start to have like neck sore, lower back sore.
It's because it's no longer under the solid pedaling.
Because the gear lightens up simply because there's less resistance. So when the gear lightens up, the posture changes. So once they start to go into that the solid gear pedaling that I always emphasize on, they'll bump into the person in front because of they're being faster.
You don't want to.
So the only way that I tell my customers is this: have a bit of gap, just enough for the wind resistance to let you achieve that solid gear. So it's like you don't want to be like 70%
in the draft.
So you'd be like, like at least 20%. It helps you a little bit, but not too much.
Okay.
The distance to adjust the wind resistance, so that you don't get pain all over your body.
Get to the natural spot lah.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.